Welcome to the vast African savanna, where every sunrise brings a new struggle for survival. You are watching nature's raw challenge. Here, amidst the tall golden grass, a herd of zebras grazes peacefully, unaware that a heartbreaking drama is about to unfold. Meet Zola, an experienced mother who is isolating herself from the group, sensing that her time to give birth has finally arrived. In the wild, birth is a moment of extreme vulnerability. Zola must be quick, for the scent of blood attracts deadly predators. The foal, named Quito, enters the world. He lies still on the earth, a tiny bundle of life waiting to take a breath. Zola immediately begins the grooming ritual, licking Quito to stimulate his circulation and remove the scent that could lead lions to them. But something is wrong. Quito is not responding to her touch. He remains limp, and a terrifying silence hangs over the scene. Zola nudges him, harder this time. It is not a gentle caress, but a forceful push, demanding a reaction from her newborn. Still no movement. Desperation sets in. Zola begins to kick at her own child, an action that seems to defy maternal instinct. What happens next shocks everyone watching. Zola rears up and brings her hooves down, appearing to trample the fragile body of Quito. The rest of the herd watches in stunned silence. This aggressive behavior towards a newborn is rare and disturbing to witness firsthand. She bites Quito's neck and drags him across the dirt. It looks like an attack, raising the question, has she gone mad? The newborn's body is tossed around like a rag doll. He has not even taken his first steps, yet he suffers. While Zola battles her child, a hyena watches from the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to snatch an easy meal. She strikes his chest again. Viewers are left horrified. Is she trying to kill him? Is this a rejection of the weak? Another member of the herd tries to step in, but Zola furiously drives them away. She wants no interference in this brutal act. Quito's leg twitches, a faint sign of life. But Zola does not stop. She rams her head into his soft belly repeatedly. The wind picks up across the plains, carrying the scent of the newborn further, alerting every predator within a mile radius. She presses her weight onto his neck. It is a heartbreaking sight that seems to confirm our worst fears about nature's cruelty. But look closer at Zola's eyes. There is no malice there, only sheer panic and desperation.
The mother zebra does not run. She stands her ground
fighting a
between the
different
approaching lion and her newborn
Nearby,
zebra, who is
a
still
lioness
flat on the
lifts her
ground.
head. She knows that a newborn zebra that cannot stand is the easiest meal she will ever find. Zola sees the predators approaching. Her frantic behavior intensifies. She knows if Quito does not stand now, he will never stand. Quito tries to lift his head, but collapses. He is fading. Zola lets out a distressed whimper, realizing time is running out. She bites his ear, pulling him upward. It is a painful stimulus, a last-ditch effort to trigger his instinct to survive. The lioness begins her approach. The herd scatters in fear, leaving the mother and her crippled child alone to face the threat. Zola does not run. She stands her ground, a shield between death and her son, even though he has not yet risen. She turns back to Quito and stomps the ground violently next to his head. The vibration shakes the earth and the foal. Look closely at his chest. It is barely moving. Quito is not just weak, he is suffocating, his lungs failing to open. This is the shocking reason. Zola isn't attacking him. She is performing a primitive form of CPR to force air into his lungs. She butts his ribcage with precision. The impact is designed to shock the system, to clear the fluid blocking his airways. Every kick, every bite is a calculated attempt to jumpstart his heart and adrenaline. It is a brutal love born of necessity.
The lioness
The predator
is very close
is now within
only
striking
about 50
distance.
meters away.
The lioness
She
lowers her body, muscles
tense,
coiling like
preparing to
springs,
sprint.
ready to launch the fatal attack. Zola lets out a defiant roar at the lion, then turns back for one final, desperate attempt to wake her dying son. Suddenly, a miracle happens. Quito's mouth opens wide. He gasps, taking in a massive gulp of life-saving oxygen. The plan worked. Oxygen floods his brain. His legs begin to kick with new energy. The instinct to survive finally awakens within his small body. Zola instantly shifts from aggressor to protector. She gently nudges him, encouraging him to complete the impossible task of standing up. The lioness charges. It is a race against time. Keto is still wobbling, his legs like jelly as death races towards him. He stands, shaking but upright. Zola gives him a hard shove, forcing him into a run just as the lioness closes in. They run. Zola deliberately positions herself between the predator and Keto, risking her own life to buy him a few precious seconds. The lion's claws miss by inches. The adrenaline fuels Keto's muscles, and they merge back into the safety of the thundering herd. Confused by the herd's movement, the lioness gives up. She watches her meal vanish into the dust, defeated by a mother's will. Safe at last, Zola stands guard while Keto nurses. The violence we witnessed was not cruelty, but the desperate act of salvation. Nature is harsh, but love is stronger. Thank you for watching Nature's Raw Challenge. Subscribe for more incredible stories from the wild. She butts him again, rolling him over in the dirt. To the human eye, this looks like pure abuse, devoid of empathy. Her sharp hooves dance dangerously close to his skull. One wrong move could end his short life before it has truly begun. Even the other foals in the herd seem terrified, pressing closer to their own mothers, thankful they are not the ones suffering. Zola circles him, pacing like a caged animal. Her stress levels are off the charts, but she refuses to abandon him. From above, they are just two specks in the wilderness. Nature does not pause for tragedy. The cycle of life continues regardless. Keto makes a feeble attempt to rise, but his muscles fail him. He collapses back into the dust, exhausted and defeated. She grabs his tail and pulls. It seems cruel, but she is testing his reflexes, searching for any sign of a fight. The African sun beats down mercilessly. Heat and dehydration are now added to the list of enemies Keto must face right now. Zola is panting heavily, foam forming at her mouth. She is exhausted from labor, yet she finds the energy to keep fighting. The scavenger moves closer. Hyenas are opportunists, and this situation presents the perfect opportunity for a quick and easy kill. Zola spots the hyena and charges. She drives the scavenger back, proving that her aggression is born from a desire to protect. She rushes back to Keto immediately. The threat is gone for a moment, but the real danger lies within his own body. He is slipping away. Zola strikes his head with her snout. She needs him to wake up, to feel pain, to feel anything. The lions are coordinating their attack. They fan out silently through the grass, cutting off escape routes for the mother and child. Zola's ears swivel frantically. She can't see them all, but she knows they are there. The circle of death is closing in. She looks at Keto one more time with pleading eyes.
The mother zebra kicks the little zebra's chest again. If he doesn't move in the next few seconds,
he is doomed. She licks his nose and mouth vigorously. She isn't just cleaning him. She is trying to clear the mucus blocking his breath. We see fluid dripping from his nostrils. Keto is drowning in amniotic fluid. He hasn't taken his first real breath yet. She kicks his chest again. Now we understand. It's not abuse. It's a desperate medical intervention performed by a mother's instinct. The impact shakes his small frame. Zola is trying to shock his lungs into expanding, to force the fluid out and air in. The lead lioness steps into the open. She locks eyes with Zola. The time for hiding is over. The attack is imminent. Zola positions herself as a living barricade. She is ready to die fighting, even if her foal has not yet taken a breath. Wait, look at Keto's face. His eyelids flutter. The brutal therapy is working. The spark of life is finally catching fire. He coughs. Fluid expels from his nose. The airways are clear. The first breath of air rushes into his starving lungs. The lioness strikes. Zola delivers a powerful kick backward, buying Keto the split second he needs to scramble to his feet. Quito is up. His legs are like stilts, but the rush of adrenaline gives him the strength of a grown stallion. Run! Zola pushes him into a gallop. They tear across the savannah, a cloud of dust trailing behind their desperate escape. Miraculously, Quito keeps pace. The foal, who couldn't breathe seconds ago, is now running for his life with incredible speed. The herd rallies. They open their ranks to swallow the pair, creating a confusing maze of stripes that dazzles the predator. The lioness is blinded by the motion. She cannot isolate her target anymore. The herd's defense mechanism has saved them. Deep within the herd, Zola finally rests. She nuzzles Quito gently. The mother who seemed a monster was actually a savior.